And welcome back to the London Esoteric Society, which has now gained an additional player. So, last session, the London Esoteric Society continued their adventures in Paris, with Morgan resting up in the hotel room, having been grievously wounded during their adventures in the catacombs. The rest of the society met with a strange individual, a former friend of the London Esoteric Society called Zachary Carnegie IV, who had disappeared mysteriously about 7 years previously. Having returned from the Dreamlands, he's brought all sorts of strange information and promises to the society. And they made their plans to make a move on Carly Patton, Henri Perot, the man living at number 38 Rue Veron. However, with these plans half made, it seems that Zachary has now disappeared back into the catacombs. And I don't think any of you are willing to go down there to find him. So, with Zachary absent, the 4 members of the society make their plans to pay a little visit to Mr. HP and all his aliases. So we find them here in a private room at the Hotel Regina, Paris, making their plans over, let's say, coffee and Madeleine. Over to you.
Both things are tasty. So, what's the plan? What are we doing?
Well, is nobody able to maybe go and speak with him?
Think? Plan was something about me going in there. But I think there shouldn't be anybody in there when I go in there. Something like that.
Right, we need to make sure that the meeting still takes place so that Henri, whatever his name is.
Whatever his name is, Harvey.
That he is out of the building. That he still goes to the meeting, assuming it's still taking place. If he's there, that's going to make things significantly more difficult, assuming that he is able to pull people's hearts out of their chest without touching them.
I don't believe we put anything into motion to arrange the meeting. We'd agreed we were going to do this, but we haven't been able to get hold of Zachary since. I could put together a letter based on Zachary's handwriting to try and basically a fake meeting as such, to meet him at a particular time at a certain cafe near where we met Zachary. Would be reasonable enough, I think.
I'm surprised we haven't received any sort of messages from Zachary.
I don't really know him that well. That was the first time I met him. Have you known him much?
I know him a little. He was closer with Lady Irene, but then he disappeared for several years.
I mean, maybe he disappears for another couple of years again, and we'll see him in, I don't know, 10 years? Or something ate him. I mean, he's been down there the entire time. That's just statistics.
It was a strange place to meet him, to be fair. It was a crypt, was it? I'm pretty sure it was a crypt.
Mm-hmm. It was dark.
But yes, I can put together a letter based on Zachary's writing, which will at least get him out of the house initially. From Morgan's investigation of the house, I think we found out we had a single servant that was at the house. So if we can somehow distract that servant...
My plan was to dress in a way that would not make me stand out in the alleyways and knock on the door asking for food. Well, I don't know if I need to ask for food. Sell some food or sell some candles, matches, something.
That would work. Just enough to distract him for us to be able to get into the property.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd managed to get hold of some poison that we could use to kill some should we need to. To be fair, we could knock the servant out with chloroform as well. As an option.
Yes, we could do that. What's the dose that would be needed for that? And is there any harm that will happen if more is given?
I'm sure that'll be fine. I could put together a healthy dose. I mean, we have used it before.
I can always just write a letter and leave it at the cafe, and see if Zachary will receive it to confirm if he will be doing his part of the distraction.
Well, we could do a couple of things. We could send the letter through to the house, initially pretending it's from Zachary. We could also leave a letter or send a message through to the cafe from Zachary, apologising that he's going to be running late by a short time, maybe 20 minutes, which might give us a bit more leeway with the meeting.
Okay.
Maddie's going to pull out a sheet of paper and start writing a letter to Zachary to confirm if he will, in fact, be going to his appointment and set that up to be delivered.
Bear in mind that Zachary doesn't really have a street address to deliver things to.
No, but in his initial letter that he left at the front desk, he said to leave it there.
How long are you going to wait a day to see if you get a response?
Yes.
Or longer?
I want to wait a day.
Okay. Having waited a day, no response comes from Zachary.
Yeah, well, nothing came back, so your idea is the best one we have, I think.
Okay, so to get this clear, you're going to forge a letter to lure him out of the house, and Maddie is going to disguise herself and get you through the back door? More or less?
More or less.
So, we were also going to leave a letter at the cafe, or send a letter, send a message to the cafe from Zachary saying that he's going to be a bit later than he planned.
Okay. So I would like to start to kick this all off, a forgery roll from whoever's doing the forging of these letters.
Oh, I'll give that a go. I've got a couple of points in
I would
forgery.
also like a disguise roll from Maddie, please.
Can I get help with this?
If anyone else wants to help her, you can.
I think we
Essentially, this would be almost the equivalent of. Well, I'll say if someone wants to try and disguise Maddie.
If you don't want to disguise me, honestly, this is the clothing I have, and I can't find anything in my size that's worse.
Yeah, it's not just the clothing. I guess it's the entire demeanor. Like you are,
True. I cannot
American.
I still haven't lost my
English
accent.
girl who doesn't really speak much. You speak some French, but not much French.
No, I'm fluent.
Are you? What do you?
Should we roll disguise rolls?
It's one of my languages.
Yeah, you're like. Hang on. Yeah, you got French, but your accent's still there, and Oh yeah, you got
Just break
38.
in.
So you're pretty decently fluent. Yeah, 38 French.
We don't need to bother with the whole disguising thing. We just break in and, tie up whoever's in there, loot the house, and then wait for him to come back and jump him. And that's gonna be fine, right?
Unless he gets away. Whomever's in the house.
I mean, yeah, fair, but
But
you
my
can't
idea
prevent
was-
people from getting away, right?
Unless their mind is stronger than mine.
I mean, it's just, and we're talking the servant, not the
Yeah.
things guy.
I believe we could probably overpower the servant between us and sedate him. And tie him up.
Alright.
I mean, if we can't sedate him, one can just shoot him.
The problem with a gunshot is it'll draw attention from the police and everyone else around.
And stab him.
I just can hit him, yeah.
And the
Or
other is he'd be able
life.
to identify us as well. He'd be able to tell the police or whoever is involved what we were up to if he sees us.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to loot the house so we have any dangerous items removed before the whole thing goes down.
Mhm.
Just in case it's going pear-shaped. Or ball-shaped. Orange-shaped.
But I mean, Maddie, you think you've not got the greatest disguise in the world, but it all depends on what someone's expecting and how long you need this disguise to hold up for. Like, if you just need someone to open the door, it might still work. You don't know.
I mean, I can just
I need
open
to
the
get-
door.
I'll try roll as well, just to try and assist. It'd probably be pretty bad, to be fair. Got nothing.
Yeah,
What?
I'll say one. I'll let one person roll and do an assist here.
Oh, okay. Who's best then? I've got no points now, just the base.
Nobody is best just taking disguise.
I've got 5. That's it.
So Maddie is best in disguise, but with a 6.
And we're not.
Who would have guessed? I mean, if you want to burn a lot of luck,
I have luck, but I think we'll need it.
I've got a question. And maybe a little idea. It's not possible to for Maddie to say she's new around in the neighborhood and that she needs some help in her apartment, and there we snatch the guy and we put him asleep.
She could always try to play the part of a damsel in distress
Mm-hmm.
type thing, but
That
Just-
would bring too much attention from anyone else.
Essentially, how this will work is mechanically, if your disguise roll had been successful, that would have given you a bonus to any further attempts to, for example, fast talk, finesse your way in.
Okay, so
You don't have the disguise, but you.
my idea was to
Beautiful.
get through the alleyways to the back, because usually the back is not as visible to the public as the front. And then I was going to knock on the door, request some assistance or sell something or whatever, and then use my one ability to stop them in their place so that we can deal with them and then get into the building.
I mean, potentially working, but if you knock on the door and they open the door, you can do that immediately. Does it really matter if you're like talking to them before you do that? Or can you just like
I don't know. I haven't tried that.
I mean, or we just enter and we start looking, and when we see them and they see us, you do it then. I mean, if we,
Yeah, we could go around the back of the property and work our way in, then grab him when we find him. Deal with him then.
Okay.
I'm just hoping it's not anything unpleasant along the lines of supernatural.
I mean, would you really place those in the middle of the city in a house?
I would.
Who would keep?
Okay.
Who would keep a large number of dangerous mythos objects in a townhouse in the middle of a large capital city?
I wouldn't know anybody.
It'd be a cult that would do something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are we a cult? No.
Only under the pillow for somebody.
But yes. So as you, as the time and the day comes for Henri Perot's arranged meeting with Zachary, who's at the front of the house, who's at the back of the house, and what are you doing?
I think we'll all enter to the back of the house, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's our site. It might be worth just seeing if the door opens. It might not even be locked.
I mean, that'd be hilarious, and I'm going up and try to open the door.
I mean, you've tried it before where you tried to pick a lock and we found the place was open already and we could have just walked straight in.
Don't remind me. Is the door open?
So you make your way round. It's more of like a side alley than truly round the back of the house. It's this alleyway that runs between two buildings. And there's this little side door looks to lead to the kitchen portion of the house. And as you try the door, it is locked.
I will take my little keys and try and open the door.
I will add that and probably put in, once we left sight in the alleys near the place, I would have put a scarf round my face to try and conceal my identity as well as I can.
I'm so tempted to make me a disguise roll here.
Well, I could, but it's just enough to cover half my face, making it difficult for him to
Give me a
identify
disguise roll. This is how difficult it is for you to be identified. I've discovered disguise as a skill this evening, and now all rolls are disguise rolls.
I'll probably have to do accountancy later.
Yeah.
I am going to be observing Franco very closely at his lock picking.
Okay, you watch. That's his deft and nimble fingers. As you're unlocking this door, you hear the sound of the front door open and close. But you're not in a position to see what's going on in that out there.
Just to point out, I've got my gun this time.
Yes. Just the one gun, just the handgun.
I've got two on two holsters like this, I'm sure.
Oh, alright.
Just in case we're unarmed again.
I'll probably have both mine as well as a backup. I don't plan to use them, but if we end up in the catacombs against the ghast, I like to have guns.
Yeah.
We're not ending in the catacombs. Full stop. And I'm going to enter the building.
So as you enter the building, you see essentially what you're going into. It's a kitchen. There are a couple of doors leading off it. There's some workbenches. It doesn't appear like anyone's doing a whole lot of cooking in here. There's a loaf of bread that someone's taken some slices off and a piece of cheese sort of set on a slab. You can just see through like the pantry door into a cold slab. But other than a bit of cheese and bread, it's not really a fully stocked pantry.
I mean, there's a knife right there, right?
There's a knife, yes.
I'm gonna slice off like a piece of bread and a piece of cheese, and then put them together and start going further.
Okay, so just out of ease of keeping track of things, as you make your way further into the house, I would offer you all the opportunity now, if you should wish, to make a listen check.
Oh, most definitely.
You don't have to, it's just an offer. Maddie, you can hear someone moving around on the floor above you. But the sound of footsteps creaking on the board sounds like it's coming from upstairs, from where you are.
Directly above.
Yeah, maybe directly above, maybe a little to the left, or a little to the right.
There's someone upstairs. Did you guys hear that out of character? Did you guys hear
Yep.
me whisper?
Yep.
Just making sure.
So, you're going to go up. Take that, and we'll start looking around here and load the place. Anything that looks odd and
I'm not going by myself.
yeah, take Morgan with you.
I've got a better idea. Well, I'm whispering, but I'm not sure. Why don't we just knock at the front door? He'll come down to answer it. We can knock it from the inside.
Yeah,
He'll come down to answer the door, and then we grab him when he goes to the front door.
that's great. That's great. I'm gonna have to hide. And I'm gonna go find a cabinet, something to hide behind.
I think Morgan's probably the strongest of us and the best at grabbing hold of him, and I'll pass him a rag coated in chloroform. If you just hold this over his face over his mouth and nose until he passes out, it should be fine.
Okay,
It
so
should be harmless.
I'll just do like
And by the time you take
Assuming
dice of
that's where
cancer,
we're
it's
at.
irrelevant.
trying to find a place where I can hide. So, and just when he's downstairs, just grab him. Don't hurt him. Just put chloroform and put him to sleep. Like,
Okay, so you see the kitchen leads out into this main hallway of the house. You can see this big, sweeping, curved staircase, this sort of spiral staircase heading upstairs. You can also see doors leading off into the entrance hallway and this living room, dining room, and this little cupboard to one side. And
which one's the front? This is the front door, correct?
yes, the front door leads sort of through this porch hallway area, the front of the house.
And this is a fireplace?
Yes, I believe that is a fireplace. Yeah, there's a fireplace in the hall with this big spiral staircase. Doors leading off into the dining room and doors leading off into a cupboard.
Okay, is there any fire pokers or anything? Right
yes,
next to-
there's a whole range of fire accoutrements next to this fire.
I'm going to
There's,
take the fire poker. And I am going to hide behind that door, cracked open ever so slightly, to see who's coming.
Okay.
Hiding
I'm
below
going
the
to ask
stairs.
for a stealth roll from everyone that's hiding in this. So Franco's under the stairs, Maddie's behind the door.
Oh no.
Oh no! Okay, before we get to what exactly happens here, let me just establish where Mortimer and Morgan are in this situation.
I'm just near the stairs.
Just
But,
near the stairs, not hiding, just out in the open? Or...
No, just try to be on a place near the stairs where just hidden underneath it, if possible.
So under the stairs near where...
Yeah.
Okay, are you trying to hide?
I know I'm not good at it, so
You don't have to try.
It doesn't matter how good you are, you can always fumble.
You can't, yeah, and you can't push fumbles, right?
I mean,
No.
this is not really a situation you can push
Yeah.
anyway. But yeah, at this point... You-
Actually, I'm not going to try to hide. I'm going to really, like I said, be under the stairs, but really attentive, because once the person reached on the same level as I do, I'm going to grab him.
Okay,
So
well,
I need to-
let's see. So
Hmm.
as you hear footsteps, so you're
Mortimer
underneath the
will be in the
stairs
kitchen still.
with Franco, and you hear these footsteps on the stairs above you. sort of making their way down. They get sort of halfway down the stairs, so they're almost directly above you and Franco now, and the footsteps stop.
Mhm.
And you hear a little click. The safety being taken off the gun.
My skirt got caught in the door, didn't it?
You hear the creak of Manny's door, like Franco, like there's a noise of the creaking floorboard under you, Franco, as you sort of scuffle backward further, and then underneath the stairs there's a little sideboard, and you watch almost in slow motion as this little urn on the end as you tips off the end of this crash of breaking pottery echoes through the hall.
Did I heard the gun before? This from?
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
so
right up above you.
so what I'm going
And
to
he
do
stopped.
is once I heard this, I'm going to open my jacket and put my hand on my gun as well and do the click, but under my coat, you know, like I
Okay.
learned in the army.
To muffle it.
Yeah.
And this
Can I
silence falls over the hall. Maddie, those of you under the stairs can't see the man on the staircase because he's directly above you. Neither can Mortimer from where he's standing because the door faces the wrong direction.
Yeah, pretty much he's just inside
Maddie.
the door of the kitchen.
Maddie, from where you are through the crack of the door, you can see as the man on the staircase, a servant that you have seen coming and going in the past, see him reach down his pocket and pull out a gun. He's holding it ready in his hand as he looks around the hall of this house, and he can sort of glance down to his feet, glance across to the door where you are.
I'd like to, at this point, try to freeze him in his place with my, what's it called? My one thing. What's it called?
All
What's
right.
it called?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
Probably command or something.
Domination of will. There we go.
Yes. So I believe I need a power roll from you, which is going to be contested. You're pushing against his mind to try and hold him in place. This will cost you 1 sanity point and 1 magic point.
I thought this one wasn't going to cost me
Oh no, it doesn't
anything.
cost you any sanity. It only costs you a magic point.
Okay, and
It's one of the ones on your list.
am I able to use my luck on this?
Yes, if you wish.
I
Remember
would
that-
like to.
Okay, so that will be
15.
15 points of luck to make that a success. Let's see. Let me just check what happens in case.
Okay.
Oh. So, unfortunately, in this case, you have rolled a success. However, he makes a hard success, and you feel him push back against your control. And he fires towards you. He realizes that something just happened. He is savvy enough about sorcerers trying to play mind games, and this gunshot echoes through the hall. Maddie, you have this instinct to try and... You've got a bit of cover from the door already. If you want to try and dive for cover, you can, but you will forfeit your next action by doing this. If not, he currently has 1 penalty die. If you dive for cover, he will have 2 penalty dies.
No, because I don't want to lose the opportunity to try to freeze him again.
Okay. So, let me just check what his...
Who rolled with decom on?
I'll be doing quite well on the rolling today. That is a 16 on his behalf, which is
I mean, he has a penalty die.
success. Oh no, yeah, thank you.
That was with the penalty?
No, I forgot the penalty. With the penalty, do you want to know what his firearms skill is?
What is it?
It's 50.
Oh.
You want to know what I just rolled?
A 50.
A 50.
Yes. The gun, even through the door, as this bullet clips Maddie. And ooh. That is 7 points of damage as the bullet.
Did he get me in the
Strikes through
abdomen
the-
or something?
Yeah, so the bullet through this crack in the door, if you think this bullet just strikes home, is that more than half your total hit points?
Yes.
Okay, I need a con roll from you, please.
No, it's a success.
You remain conscious as you stagger backwards behind the door, but you are still conscious. And Mortimer, I believe your dexterity is the highest. So you are next. The gunshot goes off. Maddie staggers backwards. Morgan, what are you doing? Morgan, not Mortimer. Sorry, wrong
I was
person.
going to say I'm only 50 on those.
Yeah, no, sorry. I said the wrong M. It happens. Yeah.
Too many M's.
Morgan, what are you doing?
Can I in one action get out of my hiding place and shoot on his arm when he got his gun, when he hold his gun with?
Yeah, you can run out from under the stairs and shoot at him, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. You don't have any penalties or bonuses?
No.
Give me a firearms roll.
Success.
Okay. He does not have chance to sort of dive for cover. His focus is still on Maddie behind the door, and he doesn't sort of expect. Like, he knew someone was down there, but I don't think he quite expected that movement. So please, roll me what the damage is from your firearms.
It's 1d, 2d, 1d10. 1d10 plus 2. It is.
Oof, plus 2. Nasty. Give me a roll. Oof. So another gunshot echoes out, and up on the stairs, Clem daggers and grasps hold of the balcony. He is still conscious, but he is seriously wounded, like blood splattering across the wall behind him. He is bleeding a lot. He is not in a good situation. Mortimer and Franco, you both have the same dex, but I'm going to let Mortimer act first on behalf of Franco's fumbling. Mortimer, what are you doing? Two gunshots have gone off. Maddie's been hit. Clem's been hit.
But he can't see anything.
You can't
So he's
see
just
it.
inside the doorway.
Yes. You can't see it. You can just hear gunshots going off in the hall.
Whereabout was Maddie?
Maddie is behind this door into the dining room over here.
I probably would have heard Maddie react to being shot, more than likely. So, what Mortimer will do, because it's his nature, he'll run through to administer emergency first aid to try and stop the bleeding, because it's in his nature to do it. He's done it to his Well,
Okay,
cousin, didn't he?
give me a first aid roll. So you run through into the dining room. You can see Maddie behind his open door, sort of like has taken a pretty serious wound, and
And that's a fail.
it's a fail. So you
But
sort
how
of,
much luck would it take to succeed?
that
16.
would be 16 points of luck. You can push it if you want. If you fail a push first aid roll, you risk causing further injury.
I'll spend the luck. And it's basically to stem the bleeding and stop it getting worse. And
Okay. So as you just check. I think that is just one hit point.
One hit
Yes,
point
you
back
can-
and stops
yes,
it bleeding
stops
anyhow.
it from getting any worse in this moment. So yes, Maddie, you can count one more hit point back. And Franco, what are you doing?
Yay!
Gunshots firing, Mortimer running across the hall.
Well, I know that suddenly we're on a timer. I know that I'm not really useful in a fight, so I'm gonna run over here and enter the room and start
Where are you running?
this basically
So
from
through the door, so out of the
Through the
stairs and through the
door.
door to the left.
and just start looking through the room, trying to spot anything that might be important, might be interesting. Already
Okay.
starting the looting process, having full faith that my comrades in arms
I mean,
will have that dealt with.
as gunshots go firing, you run through, you see this very nicely appointed living room. There's seats clustered round a fireplace, various decorations. Give me a spot hidden, but you are kind of just frantically sweeping around as like a firefight is happening behind you.
Mhm.
And we did this round slightly out of order. So we will be back round to the top of the round with Morgan, then Maddie next. But Franco, if you look around this room, you can see mostly you're not sort of quite an expert enough in art and decoration to really know what you're looking for here. But the only thing sort of that would bring to mind is that laid out on the table is what looks to be like brown packing paper, sort of as though something was in the process of being wrapped up, sort of ready for shipping and delivery. And in the center of it, you can just make out this looks to be some kind of statuette.
Yeah, well, I'll be grabbing that.
You reach for any sanity roll, if you please, as your hand closes on this small.
Who would have guessed that was gonna happen?
So it was this small stone statue of this strange winged creature. Roll me 1d2. It's not the worst statue you've come across recently, but
Who would have guessed? I'm also
may I
rolling you.
point out that losing 1 point of sanity does put you below your 20%
That's a 9.
threshold. Okay. 9, I believe, is either Arabia or Romania, going from fear. What would be a good thing? What would this moment bring a fear of? Already afraid of small enclosed places. And in this I'm going to say I can't think of anything good right now. Please roll again.
Sure.
I always think of mania, phobias and mania should be something fitting the occasion. Otherwise,
It feels kind of odd otherwise.
yes. But have they redecorated the Esoteric Society? You don't remember this living room. Wait, this is the Esoteric Society. How did you get here? Where are you? why is there all that chaos behind you? You're struck by a bout of amnesia. You cannot remember what you are doing here or whose house this is.
I guess I'm gonna just take seat on that couch there. Maybe drink something of the stuff that's there.
Well, as you sort of sit down onto this couch, chaos is still reigning back in the other room. Clem is clutched onto the banister, and Morgan, it is back round to you. You are the fastest person here.
I'm going to call out to the old doctor, because I heard him walking around, so I assume he went to Maddie. How is she?
Maddie's still conscious, so whether Maddie wants to respond, I don't know.
So I'm going to go to her and to them, and I'm going to say, I think we need to leave now.
I'll point out the guy in front of you still.
The guy on the balusters, he's still alive.
Facing towards you. He's still alive.
Yeah, but
If Mortimer would have called out, we're okay.
I'm going to but normally he can't use his arms anymore, because that's where because
He's still got his gun. He's still.
I didn't touch the arm with the gun. Okay, I thought that was.
He's bleeding out a lot. He's clutched onto the banister, but he's still. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to.
I missed any attempt at a call shot. That would have been a penalty, and I didn't do that.
So I'm going to go then to the guy and point at him and see his state, to see what I can do. What.
Are you trying to intimidate him here? What is your?
I'm totally trying to intimidate him here.
Yeah, I'll give you a bonus die because you're pointing a gun at him.
So it's purple then.
Well, he does have a gun too, but yes, purple. He knows that this could go wrong very fast. he is still staggering, clutching the balcony. He drops, he lowers his gun to the ground, raises his other hand and goes, "That's enough. Just... Please, don't shoot me."
Say the guys will shoot first.
You broke in.
Yeah. True. But we have reasons.
There's many of you, and you broke in with guns.
Yeah, but still, we could have a little chat. Sorry about that, mate.
What do you do if several armed people break into your house without warning?
Not what you did, because you are on the ground now.
Okay, yes. We're sort of out of turn order now. He sort of slumps down onto the stairs, still clutching one hand against the blood.
Mortimer probably wandered through to see what Franco's up to, because he went through that other room, didn't he?
So Franco's sitting there, a weird statuette in one hand and a glass of Grand Marnier in the other, and just sipping and casually sitting on the couch. And, occasionally looking at the statue.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, Mortimer. Where are we?
Paris?
And why are we here?
I believe we're robbing the place.
We do that?
Apparently so. We're branching out.
Why?
Remember that person who killed the police inspector? This is his house.
Slowly, it all comes crashing back down on you.
So he's got the statuette in his hand. But
Yes, he has. As he's holding this.
do I see the papers on the table? Is it like a book?
No, it's like wrapping paper.
Was it basically the statue in the wrapping paper ready to be sent off?
Yeah, looked like someone was ready.
The statue's no longer in there. It's just like loose wrapping paper
holding
on
it in
the.
your hand. Yeah, you see him holding this statue. I'm going to ask for a sanity roll from you.
There you go.
Yes.
Let's go all insane together.
Oh, this isn't going to go
This thing
good.
catches your eye. The light seems to glitter off it. Roll me 1d2. Could be worse.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think your daily... Did you remember to reset your daily limit starting point?
A 1.
See, we all just lose one slice of our sanities.
Yeah,
Fine.
you're not quite... Yeah, you're fine. It's just... You sort of shrink back from it instinctively. But...
Yeah, I've not seen Franco and his statues.
Yeah,
Is
don't
it
you were there
not
for Franco's
the statue?
previous statue
It was destroyed
incident.
before I saw it, so...
It's the. Is it the same sort of statue?
It's similar, but not quite.
That's mine now.
So you're in the living room with Franco. Morgan is out in the hall with Clem, and Maddie, are you still in the dining room with a bullet wound?
Yeah, I guess it's really bad. A lot of blood. You said it was a abdominal shot, correct?
Yeah, let's call it an abdominal shot.
Yeah, no, it is going to take a lot, I guess, for me to get up. And I am going to just try to breathe through the pain and look around the dining room to see if there is anything that might catch my eye.
Okay, give me a spot hidden as you, through the pain of the gunshot wound,
That's a success.
look around this dining room. It's mostly decorated in an almost it's elegantly decorated, but it doesn't look like a lot of like personal care and attention has gone into it. Like it doesn't. This looks almost impersonal in its decoration in here.
Okay.
And you suspect that this is sort of a place for entertaining, but not necessarily like a place for keeping things. There is one thing that catches your eye. There is a painting above the fireplace.
How big is it?
About... Oh no, you can't see my hands, they've gone off the screen.
Is it bigger than a monitor?
Bigger than a monitor. About a meter?
Okay.
Look, I'm really bad at size. We've established this long ago.
No worries. I know what a meter is.
And it's... You've seen paintings in this sort of style before.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite as disturbing as some of the ones you've seen, but it does bear all the sort of design hallmarks of a Miles Shipley painting.
From when he was drugged or not?
From his drugged, insane serpent nightmare painting period. In fact,
Wonderful.
this
What does
one
it look like?
appears to show this serpentine figure bending over a table on which this dissected body lies. This is the only... Everything else in this room is perfectly normal apart from this one really not normal painting. And it's just... Maybe it's the sheer oddness, the contrast that makes it quite so disturbing to... Please give me a sanity roll, Maddie. Quite so disturbing to look at.
Oh, that's a fail. That is a fail. What do you need me to roll?
One moment, please let me just find... There's the Shipley paintings section. I don't think the paintings were so bad. Oh no, they were. Let's call it 1d2 for one painting.
1d2?
Yeah, I don't know if having seen them before makes it better or worse. On one hand, you sort of can recognise the uncanny oddness of one of Shipley's paintings, but on the other hand, You know there's a truth behind these paintings. You know this isn't just the work of one man's imagination.
Mhm.
That there's reality here, and yeah, you feel this chill run down the back of your neck as you take a step back instinctively from this painting.
Okay. I rolled a 2.
Yes, you lose 2 points of sanity.
Thank you. That puts me at 31.
Oh, you are so sane.
I am going to steel myself and attempt to pull the painting off of the wall.
Yeah, it's just hung on a picture hook. So,
Mm.
like, frame and all, you can lift it down.
All right, and then I am going to take one of the knives off the table, and I am going to remove the painting from the frame and roll up the painting.
Okay. As you're cutting this painting out of its frame, we're just going to pop over to what's Morgan up to in the hallway with his injured, with the injured servant. You had to rub the plate, you're muted.
I'm going to see if there is some draping or some tissue around me, and I'm going to the guy where he has the wounds. If I find some, I'm going to the guy with his wounds. I'm going to take and I'm going to wrap it around where there is wounds and really tie it up to be sure.
Okay. Give me a first aid roll.
Yeah.
We're saving people now? What is this?
I know, this is... No, you've seen Mortimer do it, but you've not quite, you've done it in the field before, but this is a bad wound, and it's still bleeding a lot. You can push this roll at the risk of causing injury to your patient, or you can spend 21 luck to succeed, or you can accept the failure.
Were we looking for something special, or at this moment, or I didn't remember if we were looking for something peculiar or just weird stuff?
I honestly don't actually know.
We don't either.
Okay. So
we were looking for anything and everything that might be peculiar, and if we can walk away with it, we do.
The guy has he seen me correctly or not? My face, will he recognize me?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight up at him and just hit him to make him unconscious. But really hard knock him to be maybe he will lose his memory.
Okay, give me a fighting brawl here.
I'm skilled.
And before I hit him, I say, sorry, mate. And
then give me a luck roll if you succeed on your fighting brawl. Give me a luck roll.
That's fair.
You
can't have
with
everything.
A crack as his head hits the wall. Knocked clean out. He still seems to be breathing for now.
Okay.
Sort of.
Guys, two gunshot. We heard shot twice. We need to leave fast.
We need to move quickly. What I'll do, Morton will go to the front door, and if there's bolts or anything like that, he's going to put bolts through on the front door. The fact that the gunshots have been heard doesn't mean I'll know it's from here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go upstairs and find the guest rooms.
Yep. Pretty much
Okay.
once he's done bolted the door, if it's bolts on it, he's going to look up start heading towards the stairs as well.
Okay, as you start heading up.
Now hide the statuette below my coat, just in case. There's no reason for that.
As you start, yeah.
Do I see him do this?
Give me a spot hidden. And Franco, give me a what's the word? Sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Other.
sleight of hand.
I
Not
don't-
actually used to that.
I don't know why he rolled 2 times.
Don't know.
I'll just take the first one.
Okay.
It's fine. It's
Yeah,
very
you see-
obvious.
You see him tuck something away under his jacket.
I'll take that for later.
It's not the same one. I just want to check something.
Yeah, don't worry. Just keep it. As long as you give it back later.
Yeah, I'm going upstairs.
Okay, as you hurry on up to the upper floor, I'm going to ask for a group look roll here.
Oh, damn.
Oh, it's 26?
I have 38.
Got 19.
19 was that?
Yeah, 19, yeah.
I'm not the lowest.
I think then Morgan, could you make a look roll on behalf of the group, please?
Oh, damn it.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, I haven't
There.
received luck for a
That's in there.
long time.
I think you might all be in need of some luck after tonight. We'll see how it goes. So, as you hurry on up to the upper floor, you can see this big hallway. There are not actually any suits of armor here. You know, I'll award 5 points of luck for the first person who recognizes where I've stolen this map from. But
Was it Tam's game?
no, not specifically.
Remember, he had one with 4 suits of armor.
Depends it depends which of Tam's games that was.
It was at Ravenloft.
Almost there. But yeah, you make your way up to the upper floor, and the doors are standing ajar, open to what looks to be a study/library, and a large sort of music room, entertaining room with a piano and seats scattered around the walls. There also appears to be a door leading to a disused servant's bedroom. Doesn't seem to have been in use. So, you know the clock is ticking, you know pursuit is likely on its way. What are you
Probably
doing?
go as quickly as we can. Well, Mortimer will go head towards the library if there's an office type thing there. I'm guessing there'll be like a writing desk or something.
Yeah, there's a writing desk, there are bookshelves, various comfortable chairs scattered around.
He's going to search the desk basically to see if there's a journal or any book that seems it's not a healthy book.
Well, as you searching the desk, give me a spot hidden. At some point, and I think my one request
Oh,
is
damn it.
is that spot hidden would be like spot hidden and investigate be 2 separate skills.
Fumbled.
As you
Do I trap my hand in the drawer
hear
or
a
something?
crash. It's like a paperweight falls off the desk. Mortimer, in his haste, knocked a whole stack of papers off the desk, scattering across the floor. This large ledger book lands on the ground with a thud, and its pages scatter. What's everyone else doing?
I'm entering the servants' quarters. And I'm gonna put my body on that bed and put the statuette under the pillow and lay my head on it and try to check whether that statue will replace the one that I lost.
Okay.
Uh,
Please give me a
Maddie's
sanity roll. You can hear the sound of the sea washing back. The soft, soothing wash of the ocean.
And I'm gonna I'm gonna hide the statue somewhere in my clothing hope that Morgan forgets about it, and then starts searching the room, and then, maybe right-hand sided through the entire first floor.
Okay, so you start to search around. The servants' room doesn't look like it's been in use for a long time. It looks like it's been empty. So as you're searching around the servants' room and Mortimer's making a mess in the office, Maddie, what did you say you wanted to do?
I'm staying downstairs. I believe there was a closet. I do want to check to see if there's anything in there. I am trying to not let my blood get all over everything. And then I'm just also going to keep an ear out for anything that may be coming from the front or back door.
Okay, I'm gonna have to give me a listen check, please. As you're keeping a listen, as you're looking through the cupboard appears to be a coat cupboard. There's a lot of some smart jackets, nice gentleman's overcoat hanging up in there. You can't really hear anything going on from outside the house. You can hear people moving around upstairs, and you hear the thud of something falling off a desk.
I'm going to take one of those coats and actually put it on so it can cover up some of the blood that I've got. Just to keep that, keep it a little bit cleaner around me.
Okay.
I do want to check the pockets of all the coats.
Okay, as you check the... Ooh. No, give me a look roll if you're going through the pockets. Yeah. You never know what you might find if you're lucky.
69.
Nice.
But not low enough.
But not lucky enough.
You find tucked in one pocket what appears to be a small pornographic postcard.
I put it back. And then I'm just going to go and move on into any of the other rooms and check them out for anything that may have been missed.
Okay, as you start to head back around the ground floor, what's Morgan doing as this is going on?
I'm going to check Maddie. She needs help to walk around.
Okay, so you're downstairs with Maddie. Okay, so you see her come out this cupboard and start to sort of make your way, sort of rechecking around the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to ask for another group look roll at this point. I'm not telling you what these are for, but all I will say is, you know how I said this game was now just plays in the dark? There may be a clock.
It's one of the timers.
Well, that would be Morgan again, right?
Yay!
Yeah. Okay.
That's another fail.
Yes, so Mortimer, having sort of knocked things off this desk, what next?
I'll probably be a bit annoyed of knocking everything over, and I'll go and check on the servants to see how he's doing health-wise. I can't do first aid because it's already been attempted.
Give me a
Can't
medicine
check his
roll.
health. Medicine.
Yeah. Although, I don't think you need to roll very high.
That's a fail, but can I tell whether he's alive? I'm assuming he's still alive. A doctor should be able to tell us.
Run over, he's kind of...
He's knocked out, he's
listening for
unconscious.
breath. No, he's dead.
100%? Well, to be on the safe side.
He received a very hard blow to the head, which is... I mean...
And a shot.
He'd already been shot, and yeah.
Well, to be on the safe side, I'm going to inject him with a small amount of cyanide. I did bring some, I may as well use it. Not all the cyanide, obviously, just a small dose.
Yeah. I mean, that usually does the trick, unless this man is actually Rasputin. He is probably dead at this point.
What I'll try and do is drag the body upstairs out of sight of the main hall, because I'm guessing it's right on the stairs.
Yeah, so you're dragging this back upstairs.
Yeah. just so we've got it out of sight.
So much a blood dragging trail.
Yeah, so Morgan and Maddie are still searching around the ground floor. You don't really find much else that was missed on the first sweep. Like, this seems to be very much the public-facing sort of, apart from an empty picture frame on one wall and this wrapping paper laid out ready for wrapping something that's no longer there. The ground floor doesn't really seem to contain anything of great.
What about in the pantry? In the pantry, there might be something hidden there, so I do want to have that looked through.
Give me a spot hidden as you search around through the pantry.
That's a success.
There doesn't seem to be anything of any great importance hiding it, but you do find a very large wheel of Parmesan cheese.
Real Parmesan?
Real Parmesan, yes.
That's expensive. I'm gonna take it.
We just degrade from.
Look, I am injured. I'm not thinking clearly.
Yeah, no. So, as Mortimer's dragging bodies upstairs, Franco, you said you wanted to sort of carry on.
Yeah, right-hand siding it. So I would basically take a quick look in that what looks like a
Cupboard?
And then in the room next to that with, I think that's the library.
Yeah, give me a spot hidden around the library. I'm going to essentially allow a couple of people to have a go at a space, but as you search around, there's a mess of papers scattered all over the floor. Look to be various letters and also, like, pages from an accounting ledger. Just scattered all over the place in chaos. But, other than sort of the accounts papers, you do the bookshelves running along one wall. Well, several walls, and running one book does catch your eye. You're not really sure why. There's just something about it that seems to hold
Trusting
your
my feelings.
eye
That's mine now.
into it.
I'm also trying to hide that below my coat. It's getting quite comical.
As you tuck this book, you get a brief glimpse of the title. It just says Livre d'Yvonne.
I don't understand French. It's looking like French.
It looks like French.
And I don't know who the Yvonne guy is anyway.
Took that away. I'm going to ask for another look roll of everyone's favourite look stooge for this evening. Right. So as Franco tucks this book away, those of you downstairs hear a key turning in the lock. Now you've bolted this door, but you hear a key turn as someone attempts to unlock the front door. And that is where we are going to go to break. We'll be back in 10 minutes' time. So, before the break, the members of the London Esoteric Society broke into a house in Paris and shot the servant there and proceeded to rob the place. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then the servant hit his head on a banister and accidentally fell on a cyanide needle. And now his body has crawled its way upstairs, all of its own. No. Mortimer. God, this. One of you needs to die. Mortimer has dragged the body upstairs, and as Maddie and Morgan are downstairs, searching through the pantry, and Franco is upstairs in the library, you hear the key turn in the lock as someone attempts to come in through the front door. You hear the key turn and the rattle of someone pushing the front door against the bolts.
Oh crap.
The people downstairs hear this. What do you want to do?
We need to let the other two know. Let me go outside. And I'm going to take my wheel of cheese outside.
So outside the pantry or just outside the back door?
Outside the back door.
Okay, so you step out the back door with your wheel of parmesan. Just to get this picture, out of the door of this house steps a woman wearing like a heavy men's overcoat to hide her own bloodstained garments, holding a large wheel of cheese. And have you still got a rolled up painting as well?
It is inside the coat.
Okay,
It's
inside
like
the coat.
in my pocket of my skirt, but it's also being held against my bloody body with the men's coat. Yes.
Okay. And you step out this back door into the alleyway. And you can't see the front door of the house from where you are here. What do you want? Are you leaving, or are you just keeping watch? What is your intention?
I'm going to keep watch outside. I told Morgan to
Go
try
upstairs.
to collect the others.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm just keeping watch. If I can see one of the two shadows upstairs, if there is a rock that I can grab and try to throw it at one of the windows upstairs.
So you're in this alleyway, so it's going to be quite hard to throw up to the upper floor. And in fact, I don't think there are any windows on this side of the house.
No? Oh, darn. Well, okay, then I'm not going to do any of that.
Looking at my...
It looks like the windows are only along the front and the back of the house.
Yeah, I'd say because you probably don't want windows overlooking this. On this side of the house, a very narrow alley. Alley? This is the word I can say, that just like would be looking straight onto the house next door. And on the other side, on the other side is this terrace row, so there's just another house directly joining on like a row of townhouses.
Okay.
But
yeah, I'm just waiting outside then.
Okay, so we'll get back to you in just a moment. As Morgan, you head upstairs. You see Mortimer has dragged this body up around the spiral staircase, leaving quite a trail of blood up the stairs.
We've got some company.
Oh, that's not good. Won't you guys leave? And I'm exiting through the window and take the time to look at that last room.
I'll head towards the music room because that overlooks the front of the house, I think. And what I'll do, the lights, I'll sort of dim the lights if there are any, so I can look out the window without drawing too much attention. Because I'm assuming there's curtains pulled because it's nighttime.
Yeah, if it is indeed nighttime, then yeah, the curtains are
Evening. So I'll dim the lights and try to peek down through the curtains to see if I can see who's in front of the house.
Yeah, I say it's not nighttime. It probably is evening because a meeting was arranged and not the middle of the night.
Early evening, something like that. But I'll see if I can have a look at the front of the house to make
As you peer out down the window, you can see his figure making their way round the
Towards
side
the
of the
back.
house.
What?
Do I
Get back to you in a
recognise?
moment.
Damn it.
From above, so to just give you a spot hidden and go on. Just always a good reason for a spot hidden roll.
Hard success.
Yes, this appears to be none other than Mr. Harley Patton himself as he makes his way round the corner of the house.
To cast black words, I only need to see him, don't I?
I believe so. Yes, you're going to try and hex him out the
From
window.
above.
Lean, so you kind of. You're going to probably have to, lean right up to this window, see out, down to where he's coming round the corner of the house. But black words. You've cast this before successfully, haven't you?
I have, yes, but I can see he's working his way around the back of the house, don't I?
Yeah.
So what I'll probably do then, I'll probably go to the second floor on the back of the house to look out
So
there.
he's going to make his way round to the side of the house.
Oh,
You know, where the alley is that leads
There's
down
no
the side of the
windows
house.
there?
There's no windows on that side of the
I'll
house.
just do it where he is then.
Okay. So, I believe, is this another contested power? I don't remember which spell this actually is. I believe this
Is that a bush? Please tell me that's a bush.
It's not actually a bush. There's not in Paris.
Damn.
This map is stolen from other circumstances. However, you are in Paris, not Barovia, so some things are not exactly as they appear upon the map. But, yes. How many magic points and sanity points are you investing into this, Mortimer?
Sorry, just joking. I'm assuming I've seen him a couple of times, so I can guess his physical health. He's probably quite an average build.
Yeah, quite an average build.
I'll put. Ooh, this is going to hurt. I'm going to put 10 magic and 5 sanity in.
Okay, so actually you are losing 5 sanity. So I need an intelligence roll from you, please, as well as the power roll, which is going to be contested
Let's see.
with him.
Power roll failed. And failed the intelligence roll. Now,
You don't understand the full import, but you do still lose the 5 points of sanity as you
can I spend luck on this as well?
The power roll.
on the power roll. Yeah, you can spend luck on this
How much do I need to spend?
13.
to make it a normal success. 13.
What if I wanted to make it a hard success?
To make it a hard success, that would be 41.
Ooh.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend the 41 luck.
Okay,
Hard
so
success, which puts me down to 2 luck.
it puts you down to 2 luck.
And,
Oh, yeah.
and my sanity goes down to 9.
Your sanity is down to 9. Does that put you below your daily limit?
Oh, yeah.
Please roll me 1d10. That intelligence roll was irrelevant as you pour out your windows. Maddie, from your position, you see this figure step around the corner of the house. And then he staggers and sort of stumbles and clutches at the wall of the house, but stays upright and conscious with an amazing 3 on his constitution roll here as he clings on to life. Well,
In that case,
you
I'm
see
going.
the flesh on his arms sort of start to blacken and wither, but he's standing upright. He sort of gasps, sort of takes a deep breath.
I am going to.
Upstairs. Yeah, hold that thought for 1 sec.
Yes.
As Mortimer. No one else. As you sort of watch down below, like, oh, your enemy has. You watch as you staggers and crumples, and you've never seen something quite so hilarious in your life, and you just feel this laughter bubbling up from inside you. This is sort of hysterical, just laughter, just filling you up from the inside. As you just sort of completely, like, incapacitated with hysterical laughter.
That fits.
And Maddie, you see this as he catches the corner of the rose, sort of staggers slightly against this blackening of his flesh. Takes him he has a second where he's just not quite with it. You've got a moment to do something, Maddie.
And in that moment, I am going to use my domination of will again.
Okay. Send me the magic point. What are you trying to get him to do? I need a power roll from you. Contested is pushing.
I want him to Keeper. Am I able to actually put him to sleep? Make him unconscious.
It's more of like, essentially it's equivalent of giving like a one action command. Like you can like get him to turn and run, sort of to drop back. I wouldn't say you can just knock him out with one though.
Okay. In that case, I do want him to turn around facing the street, looking that way to find anyone that might be over there trying to hurt him.
Go away, look the other way. All right, give me a power roll.
A power roll. Where is my button? There it is. That's a success. And it's 1 magic point.
On your behalf. Unfortunately, success does not beat a hard success.
Can I spend my points? My luck points?
This would cost you
19
points of luck.
I have that available to spend.
Let me just check. For you, I can't remember who wins on a draw. Hold for 1 moment. Just double check if.
Please hold the line.
Please hold the line. As he pushes back against your mind. So as Mortimer is laughing hysterically, Maddie is out in the alley. What are Franco and Morgan doing in this moment?
There's still a room that needs searching. I'm going to search that room.
Which room is that room?
That is the one with the piano in it.
Okay, so you can step into the piano room and you see Mortimer just laughing.
I mean, he's probably just getting a good mood. Let's keep going. And if I don't find anything too interesting in the piano room, I'm just gonna try and find a way out. They know that there's somebody coming from downstairs, and I don't think I want to meet the person. I'm assuming it's cops, or the person. I'm not good at combat anyway, so.
So you're just hunting around this music room.
Exactly. If there's any interesting shenanigans.
Give me a spot hidden, please.
Ooh. X-ray vision today.
Okay. The one rule I can never find. So I'm going to say that on a matched one, the defender wins. That seems to match it with how it generally seems to work with contested maneuvers and such.
Okay, hold on 1 second. How much would it take for me to get to the extreme success?
Oh, to get to an extreme success? That would cost you 32 points of luck?
32?
Yes.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay, bear in mind that there may be some luck rolls coming imminently for you guys.
That's fine. I've got 6 left.
So 32 points of luck. He turns his attention from you, like scanning the street beyond, sort of back and forth, seemingly oblivious to you standing by the door.
And I am going to come up behind him while he's
running down this. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm going to use the round of cheese and smack him on the back of the head with it.
Okay, I'm going to give you a bonus die on this fighting brawl because he is being
distracted
not to notice you, essentially. Like, you have a bonus.
Okay, so the purple one.
So.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that's by cheese.
Upstairs, Franco is ransacking the music room. Mortimer is just crouched by the window, hysterically laughing. What's Morgan doing?
He just sit on the stairs and like.
Okay, so you can just hear this chaos going on. You don't see. In fact, I don't think any of you are here to witness
No, but I hear.
Mortimer sees this from the top.
Mortimer is out of it.
I hear him laughing, and I'm like, guys, we do need to leave now. Come on. So Henri Perot comes around the corner, staggers as curse racks at him, his flesh blackening, and then as his mind is twisted by Maddie's spell, he turns back around to the main street, and Maddie comes running up and down behind him, and with this extreme success, just whacks him on the back of the head with this large wheel of parmesan, and let's say, roll me 1d6 here, Maddie. He's already not looking great from Mortimer's. And
that's a 3.
With it, as he staggers down and collapses sort of down to the ground, this mighty and feared sorcerer, this figure of dread, brought low by a wheel of cheese.
Some people, the dairy can really affect them.
You could call him lactose intolerant, right?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. As he crumples down to the ground, I need a luck roll from you, Maddie.
That was a fail.
It might not have been.
Of course.
There's always a chance you might succeed on a 6 luck. Unfortunately for you, as you strike him down with his cheese, you have stepped out into Rue Baron, which is, if not a main road, a fairly major road. And there are enough people around to witness the mad cheese-wielding woman.
I'm going to drop the cheese and take off running the other direction.
As... Yes, you drop the cheese and turn to run as there are shouts of please, please. I think that's the French. What's the French for please? Is it please?
You're muted. We don't hear you.
Yeah, it's police, just like police.
Police. So, in fact, even not any of you who don't understand French can understand there are people outside shouting, "Police, please!" very loudly, and generally other cries of alarm and consternation it sounds like the alarm has been raised. Franco, as you are frantically rummaging around this music room, your hand closes on the tucked away on the back of the shelf is this small stone jar with sort of looks like about this big. Looks been painted with Egyptian style designs around it. But
You open it?
Yeah, it appears to be full of this fine silvery coloured powder. And you've just got this jar open as you hear this hue and cry being raised in the street outside. Maddie, you're legging it. What are the rest of you doing?
As I run past the back door, I pound on it 3 times, and then I'm going to make my way elsewhere.
Okay.
So,
as you make your way off. Okay. How fast is Maddie at running?
my move rate is 8.
Okay.
So what would running be?
Essentially, it's abstracted into move rate. So essentially, you move faster than people with a move rate of 7, which is a lot of people. So you've got a fair lick of speed on you, even wounded. But let's see. We'll find out how far you managed to get away. What's everyone else in the house doing?
Is Mortimer still laughing, or has he?
At this point, Mortimer, you're still incapacitated. You're still overwhelmed by this hysterical. Everything's just so
I
funny.
can't take any actions at all.
No.
Fair enough. That's on me.
I've got a little ticker going for how long this is on for, but yeah, you are out of it.
I think I grab Mortimer by the collar, and I take him downstairs, and I say, "Franco, we're leaving."
I'm just gonna go here and open the. I think this is a window, or is this a window?
Fireplace.
Oh, this is a fireplace. Okay, I'm gonna go
There are
to that
windows on the
window.
front and the back of the house.
I'm going to the window in the back of the house. Open
That's the front of the house.
Oh wait, that's the front of the house. Yeah, that's not the one where I
The
want
music
to
room's
go.
at the front of the house, which is where you're looking at. The study's at the back of the house.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for the back of the house, open one of the windows and leave that way, because I'm assuming the door is probably.
You can hear pounding now on the door. It's like.
Yeah, no, we go through the window.
Attention, drawing fast. I need a climb roll from you, please, or jump, depending on how you want to get down from here. Climb or jump.
I'm gonna climb because the likelihood that I'm hitting my face is way less if I'm climbing than when I'm jumping. But I succeeded on one. It's ridiculous.
Yes, you successfully managed to climb out the window.
Yep.
So, Morgan, you're dragging Mortimer sort of down the stairs by the hand.
Yeah, and we'll leave. We leave by
front door or side door.
Side door, and away from the street.
Okay, so you're hurrying out this side door. Okay, so we've got 3 groups of people fleeing across this city.
Did we
Maddie, go
ever
ahead.
come up with a contingency on if we got separated where we're to meet?
Probably in the hotel.
Probably our hotel.
And
Yes.
everybody has enough money to catch a cab if needed?
Well, currently, I need to open my chapter on chase because you are all currently being chased.
Well, no, just
3
Maddie.
different
The other,
scenarios.
the others weren't seen, were they?
I mean, Maddie left the house, hue and cry's been raised, and then several people are fleeing the scene. Attention has already been raised. You are not. In fact, no. I'll let you each group of you. So Franco, make a look roll, and whoever has the lowest look out of Mortimer, and
Oh, I've got 2.
yeah, no, you've
That's a
been
fail.
seen. I was just kind of assuming failed look rolls at this point, but actually Mortimer has enough. You never know, you might one day succeed.
And if I do this, when I go outside the door with Mortimer, he's laughing, so I can pretend I'm drunk with him, and we are both laughing like, ha ha ha. No, it's not. That's not working.
Give me. Essentially, this is a fast talk. This is essentially what's going to happen here. Is depending on how you play this, you might have a little advantage in how you're getting away here. But yeah, shots were fired from the house. People have been struck down in the street. This is not a quiet exit. And as yeah, so give me a fast talk. Let's see if you can play this off and look as you're stumbling away, like you're less suspicious than you currently are.
How many do I need to have?
That would be 22 points of luck to succeed. Do you have 22 points of luck?
No, I don't. Damn.
Yes. So we'll start with Maddie. You're running away. You can hear running feet behind you. You can see these alleys. You can either sort of take like the fast route to the main road or try and weave round through these alleys and find like another alternative route to the
yes,
hotel.
an alternative route.
Okay. Could you give me a navigate roll here? See how well you can.
Okay, let's see. Oh, that's a fumble. I get lost.
Yes. You think alternative route, and you find yourself turned around, and you can hear these running boots behind you, and ahead of you you see a door that matches a description that Franco and Mortimer gave you. You see these steps leading down to this doorway, standing ajar, and darkness within. A ladder leading deeper down into dark depths beneath the city. You can hear pursuit getting closer behind you.
I go into the dark.
All right.
I go into the dark.
Down. And I'm sorry to do this to you, but it has been long established. I need a climb roll from you because you are about to encounter the ladder of death.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's a fail.
In your hurry, you trip.
I get caught. My foot gets caught in my skirt.
Foot gets caught. And you will take a point of damage tumbling off this ladder the last few feet into the darkness below. So.
And I'm going to crouch at the foot of the ladder and be as quiet as I can, because hopefully nobody followed me in here.
Yeah, so as you crouch in the darkness down the bottom of this ladder, you hear a noise somewhere behind you in the dark. Something large moving, this slithering noise, like a great serpentine beast. This movement like bat-like wings in the darkness.
Is it far away or close by?
It sounds close by. Getting closer and closer.
And I'm going to wait.
I need a sanity roll from you, please. You wait in the dark.
Okay.
The creature draws nearer.
That's a fumble too.
Luckily, a fumble doesn't actually have any extreme consequences here. But I am going to ask you to roll 1d6 as you will wait there in the darkness as this creature draws nearer.
That's a 1.
You let out this little cry of fear. And then as the creature who's near you, hear a familiar voice. Easy, Chaucer. Don't scare her.
I start crying. I start crying, and if Zachary is right there,
Zachary
I am going to hug him
steps out of the shadow.
and cry so hard.
And as the pursuit moves on, Maddie is safe for now. Meanwhile, you still do lose that 1 point of sanity. But meanwhile, Franco, you climbed out of this window, but you've not gone entirely unnoticed. As your feet touch the ground, you hear someone shout something in French that starts with "oi" and ends with words you don't understand. But it seems that they saw you.
I'm gonna find another alley to just dash into. Then ideally in a something that looks like it might be a bit. There might be no something that where I could cut a couple of corners, get the line of sight disrupted, and then hide.
Okay, give me a stealth roll here. As you... Suit is not quite as...
I'm giving you that 1 point of luck.
I was gonna say, I was thinking, you're not gonna fail a stealth roll. 92 against 91. But yeah, 1 more point of luck. How many luck have you got left?
25.
Oh yeah, you're the lucky one.
Yeah, somehow. I don't know.
And yes, as you duck down and crouch down, you hear the pursuit move on past because they seem more focused on this laughing maniac and his companion who've stumbled away from the house. At this point, Mortimer, your wits return to you and you realise just how much trouble you and Morgan are in. As you can hear people calling out behind you. I believe... Does Morgan speak? No, neither of you speak French, do you? Oh no, it's Mortimer that speaks
Mortimer's
French.
got some French still. Do you need me to roll to see if I understand?
Roll the French roll.
Come on.
We've asked for surprisingly few French rolls, considering.
No. Oh, hang on.
He
did.
Jesus.
Okay, we're going
how many?
That's a fair one.
I think this is the new record for the most fumbles I've seen in a session, which beats the one where Mortimer blew himself up.
This is 3 times this session 100. Not all fumbles, just 100.
It's four rolls.
4 of 100. That's
Four?
pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's a 4th one.
Yeah, in the panic and chaos, Mortimer, you don't really understand what they're saying. You don't have time to focus on it. You just know that, yeah, it's probably not good. Yeah. What are the two of you doing? Are you trying to just leg it? Are you trying to head the fastest main road, get lost in the alleys? Have you got another plan? You do know there's some handy-dandy shortcuts underneath the city.
That's very true. I've only just regained my wits as such, so I'll follow Morgan's lead because he was the one dragging me. But as far as I can tell, we're probably just in it at the moment, going to try and lose our pursuers at some point, or I don't know.
Are there a lot of people?
I mean,
in the street where
the police were already on their way at the time that, drawn to the area by gunshots, and then saw a horrific cheese-based attack, and then
The cheese lady of Paris.
several people fleeing the house, looking quite suspicious. So there's probably, let's say, 3 police officers on your tail, whatever the Parisian equivalent is of.
We are in Montmartre, so I don't think there is a lot of police, but I think after 3, I think it's correct. It could be correct, yeah.
I mean, gunshots were
Yeah.
heard.
I'm just wondering, what is the sewer system like at this time? Would they have grates or anything like that? Or
Oh, you can get down into the sewers, I believe. If I remember my chapter of Victor Hugo going on about the Parisian sewer system, I think there's definitely portions you can get into.
I think what Mortimer will do is he's going to dump his guns and the harness to do with the guns down into an entrance in the sewer, so it looks as if he's unarmed. Because first thing they're going to do when they grab us, if they get us, it's going to search us for guns. And I'll suggest that Morgan does the same, get rid of his gun or any evidence that we've got firearms, and we could just walk normally.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they haven't seen us, it just looks like 2 people walking in the street, and we haven't got guns.
Yeah.
So it can't be linked with the firearms.
Okay. Is that your plan?
Dump the guns and appear just normal people in the street.
What is the appropriate role for appearing like casual, normal bystanders?
It depends if they catch up with us, I suppose.
Yeah, there's not really a general purpose sort of nonchalance role. It's not really a skill. I mean, I feel that Call of Cthulhu could take nonchalance as a skill. Let's see. I'll take stealth or fast talk, or generally something related to the idea of, or disguise, or anything else you think is appropriate. If you can,
I wouldn't be able to use charm in any way.
No, charm will work. Yeah. Just
I'll try charm. I've got 69 charm, which is a good number.
that works. There's no perfectly suited one, so I'll take the nearest equivalent.
Nope, that's a fail.
What about Morgan? Have you got anything to offer on the trying to appear like an innocent person?
Yeah, I don't know what I could do, because it's not my you know what? I know the police are not armed on this period. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn around and shot in the sky, and 2 times to be sure that they heard it. Planning that they are going to hide, because my plan is just that they are hiding, and then turn around and run away.
Okay, I'll give you this as an intimidate roll. You're trying to scare them off. Give yourself a chance to run.
Come on, I spent a 15 luck.
Have you got 15 luck?
Yeah, I've got
Okay.
19.
Who needs
I'm
luck
not surprised
anyway?
would any of you have any luck left. I think.
I'm gonna die before I have it. Fine.
But yeah, they scatter for a moment, giving you a chance to get
Run
out of
away.
their immediate vicinity.
Yeah.
And leg it off through the streets. Are you circling straight back round to the hotel, or are you attempting to head somewhere else first?
No, I'm going to. The first thing I'm going to do is lose my hat, to put it in a trash or something like that. Once I'm away, and yeah, I'm going straight to the hotel. And I follow suit what Mortimer did, going to put the guns in the sewers. But now that I'm alone, nobody. I take a place where nobody sees me like this. I'm sure.
Okay, so you ditched your guns and you make your way
Mhm.
back to the hotel. And so, eventually, as the hours pass by, battered, beaten, bruised, but still somehow all alive and more or less sane, the four of you make it back to the hotel with your plunder. And yeah, Maddie, covered in blood, her skirt stained with dirt from her tumble down into the catacombs, was guided to the other side by Zachary and shown up out a different exit much nearer the hotel.
Now that we're all back together, can I try and treat Maddie's injuries a bit?
Yeah, as you make your way, you probably get some odd looks as you make your way back into the hotel. Like, their clientele don't usually turn up looking as quite as harried as some of you look.
I am limping. I put in a show to be limping quite hard. What with the dirt that I've got on my skirts and the fact that I'm wearing a gentleman's coat, perhaps somebody helped me get to my hotel,
Yeah,
at least in appearance.
Yeah, the hotel staff sort of rush up to you with concern, like sort of call a doctor to help you to your room.
Help to my room would be wonderful, but my companion is a doctor and he'll be able to see to my ankle. Thank you.
So yes, you all make it back to your chambers, and yes, you can make me a first aid or a medicine roll against trying to... I think this is new medicine because you made the first aid roll back in the... Yes, could one of you roll me 1d3 as you sort of sit down and start properly cleaning out the wound and seeing to the injury?
Who did you want to roll the d3, or does it matter?
Can you roll?
One of you.
My rolls.
I can roll it.
I'm not taking responsibility for this outcome.
That's a 2.
That's 2 points of health.
Oh, yay! Did he get the bullet out?
Yes. Got the bullet out. Patch you up for now, but yes, it's still going to take some time to heal. You've all seen better days, I think. But
So what did we find? So I found, and I put that book in there, but that's French, and I'm just starting to open it and flip through it, and it's looking like French, right?
It's not French. Is it Latin?
it's French.
Is it? That's
It is
interesting.
French, yeah.
I mean, it has weird accents over everything. I assumed it was French.
I will grab the book and start looking through it and reading it and seeing what it's about.
And then I hold the urn up.
Give me a French roll, please, Maddie.
Do I recognise the name of the book, being that I sell books?
Make me
Would you say library
mythos or
use?
occult roll, please.
Not a library roll, because it's a
Not
book.
no, not a book.
Mythos
Well,
or
it is a
occult.
book, but yeah, mythos or occult. See if this name rings any bell for you.
Okay, so I failed my language roll.
It's French, but it's old French. As you're going over the language, like this is, appears to be, this is a handwritten manuscript in French, and
It's handwritten, so it's going to be harder to
it's
read
hard,
too.
It's like calligraphy, and yeah, it looks to be sort of very old-fashioned French.
I got a hard success for French. Would that make any difference with just trying to recognise what the book was?
You can understand. So
Oh, I was meant to do mythos or occult, wasn't
yeah,
I?
if you're
Sorry.
trying to go on lore of the book, that'd be mythos or occult.
Yeah, I was just
Looking
trying to
over
identify it. So
Maddie's
I'll
shoulder,
put
you
it
can
on
make a start on some of the French. Again, it is old French. It is looks to be sort of medieval French.
there. I don't recognise it.
Yeah, the name rings a slight bell, but you can't quite place it. But looking over, it seems to be this strange and rambling text, but it is just looking over, you see the page you're staring at is discussing rituals and ceremonies to contact deities, to call upon old and powerful gods from beyond this world. It takes some time to read it and study it properly, but you can see enough from just these few pages that this is that sort of book. This is something dangerous. This is something along the lines of the other books that have fallen into your possession. If
you don't mind, and I'm going to look at Franco, Mortimer, and Morgan, I will attempt to study this book and decipher it and translate it.
That's good. I want to know what's in it. I'm not going to read it myself. These things don't do well. Yeah.
Franco.
Is the plan to take the book back to the society and then head from London to Constantinople?
No, considering what's
well.
happening here, what we just went through, I think we should leave for Constantinople immediately.
Franco.
Hmm?
The statue.
You found it. It's not the same sword. Look. I'm gonna hold it in the air for everybody to see.
You know, not asked the sanity roll about the statue for, by the way.
I think just
Morgan
Mortimer and me.
Maddie.
Maddie hasn't yet.
Maddie and Morgan, I need a sanity roll from both of you, please. As you study this. Maddie, you are fine with this. Morgan, I need you to roll 1d2. There's something unsettling about this creature as you look at it. This sort of bat-winged beast. It reminds you horribly of the thing you encountered beneath the cottage outside London, beneath the ruined farm cottage, down in that black domed room with the altar.
Could I do a mythos roll to see if I can tell what sort of creature it is?
Yeah, give me a mythos roll, see if it's
It's unlikely I'll recognise it, but I might have an idea. No, that's a fail.
Can't
Try
see my
again on
roll.
the rolling.
I can't see my roll.
Slash R. Slash before the R.
Yeah.
You lose 2 points of sanity.
Yay.
But chipping away. There's nothing unsettling. It reminds you of that creature in the darkness down in the domed room with the altar that you encountered when you first met Augustus Green.
Say the one that told me that we will meet again.
Yes.
Hello. Hello, darkness, my old friends.
Yes, indeed. Come to talk with you again. But yeah, you have the book, the statue, and this jar.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it again. And there's like silvery powder in it?
It's like a silvery, dusty powder in there.
I'm just gonna take like a pinch, like salt, and
There was actually a ritual Mortimer had read about to do with reducing a dead body down to a powder or a dust, if I remember. It was like a resurrection one, I think it was described as, but it's somehow...
Yeah, you...
Does that look like that sort of dust? Not that I've seen it before.
Make me a mythos roll, please. I just try and remember which of my stack of...
No. No.
You said
you think that could be that?
You said the urn was Egyptian in style? Is there
Egyptian
hieroglyphics
is-
or anything else
There
on it?
are indeed hieroglyphics painted around the outside of this jar.
May I see the
it-
jar, please?
Here.
And I want to look at it and read it and see what all it says.
Give me a hieroglyphics roll, please. Sorry, I'm just...
I have Egyptian. Does that
Yes.
count?
Hieroglyphics generally, I think, whatever it's written down as.
Oh, that's a hard success. That was a 9.
Nice.
Okay. So as Franco's there, like, sprinkling this dust in the air. You sort of studying the engravings on this jar. You see some of it's hieroglyphs, some of it is paintings of creatures somewhat similar to the night gaunt you've seen a couple of times now.
Maddie's never seen the Night Gaunt.
You have Chaucer the night gaunt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's different from what they were seeing before that attacked Morgan, correct?
Yes. Different. Yes.
Okay, then yes, I've seen it.
And there's some of those depicted on here, but also the hieroglyphs essentially seem to describe that this allows the unseen to be seen. And shows the truth of the unseen world.
Does it say how?
There's a sort of depiction, like amidst the hieroglyphs, there's a picture of someone like holding their hands and holding dust and blowing it over one of these night gaunt-like creatures. Like,
Oh, this will be interesting. And probably useful for Zachary.
I mean, what is it?
Well, it says here that this is to be used for the unseen to be seen. And I'm gesturing at the different hieroglyphics and the images. And this here shows a night gaunt, like Zachary has. And if he blows this dust on it, either it will...
Zachary's got an eye gaunt.
Yes.
What's an eye gaunt?
I will show him the picture of the night gaunt that's painted.
you see this coiling black-winged creature.
It's quite
this is not a very
upsetting in person.
detailed picture. The
Yeah.
picture's fine. The picture's not disturbing to look at.
So how did he get an eye gaunt, or what? I'm just really confused. It's just
It's a ritual that he's
like a
performed. I don't know. He's kind of been bound to it. I don't know how. I didn't read the ritual. He had it before I met him.
saved by it, or
No, they seem to be on good terms. The Night Gaunt listens to him quite well. It plucked me out of some danger at one point, although I went quite mad afterwards. Yes.
While they're talking, I'm gonna take like a pinch of that powder and blow it over the statue.
This silvery dust sparkles and glitters in the air, falling lightly around, but doesn't do anything.
Well, let's
Hmm.
not waste it.
I mean, I was thinking this is weird. Maybe there's more to the weird thing that we don't see, but it does just seem to be a statue.
well,
I'm just gonna shove together the dust and just
At least we've managed to deal with this murderer.
Yes, well, we have to get some rest so that we can be on the platform first thing in the morning so that we might leave.
Sounds a good idea.
The plan is to get a good night's rest and sleep.
Mhm. And when is the first train out?
I'll say pretty early in the morning. Like,
6:30?
I was gonna go 8 o'clock.
8
I'm
o'clock.
not a morning person. I think that goes.
We need time to get
early
there.
enough. Yeah. Yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning is the first train out, heading on the long journey to Constantinople. But as you settle down for a night's rest, I need all of you to make me a power roll, please. All of you.
Hard success.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's a success from Maddie
And Morgan.
Morgan, and a failure. That was my brief delay of getting Morgan and Mortimer mixed up again in my mind again. I'm instituting a new rule for future characters. They may not start with the first 2 letters. No, 3 letters. It interferes with my reading comprehension. And yes, Mortimer and Franco on the other hand. Whilst Maddie and Morgan are dreaming quite peacefully, you both find yourselves drawn into dreams. And these are not the familiar comforting dreams of drowning at the depths of the bottomless ocean. This is something else. And in this dream, you find yourself staring up at the stone ceiling above you. You're strapped down, held fast to some kind of stone altar or table. And leaning above you is this masked figure. Well, at first you think it's just a mask. Then you realise the mask is made of this strange bluish ceramic material. Similar to that of the arm you had retrieved previously. You see this strange mask with these shifting, twisting patterns upon it. As the masked figure leans down, you see this knife held in their hand, and they run the blade of the knife along your skin, slice it open and begin to sort of peel it back away from your flesh, flaying the very skin from your bones. And you hear behind them this rhythmic chant, this call. You hear the words over and over, praise to the skinless one, blade lord. As the flesh peeled from your bones as this masked face stares down at you. I need a power roll, please. Not power, sanity. Sorry, that's the word I'm after.
Sanity. Somehow I've succeeded.
And as this pain sears through you, Mortimer, you wake with a gasp from this broken dream. Franco, roll me 1d6, please. So, you all have your own rooms.
Yeah.
Okay. So morning comes. You are sort of knocked awaken by the hotel staff who, tell you, you've got a train to catch, so you've got a little wake up call. And the knock comes at the door of Mortimer, Maddie, and Morgan's rooms. And Franco's, but no response comes from within. And the three of you sort of get up and begin preparing for the journey ahead. There's been no sound, no movement from Franco's room.
Wait, I thought Franco and Mortimer shared a room.
There were two rooms next to each other, and I think one was a little bit of distance away.
Yes.
So, to be fair, Franco hasn't come down with everyone else as we're sorting out stuff and getting ready to go. I think Mortimer would probably check, and then at least I think he will anyway.
So you're checking on Franco, did you say?
Yeah, if he's not come down I'll ask at the front desk if
No, he's not come down.
Morgan, do you think we should check on Franco? He's not come down, he's probably overslept, but you know Franco is unpredictable.
Yeah, let's go check him.
So we'll head to his room and knock on the door.
No response comes from within.
I'll try to open it then.
Would Franco have locked his door from the inside?
Probably.
Yes, the door appears to be locked.
Oh, I'll go ask for a key because that's strange. Try to knock while I'm away, and see if you can get.
I can come with you. I can just use the excuse I'm a doctor and I'm afraid he's unwell.
Yeah, okay, do.
Yeah, give me a fast talk or persuade or charm down at the desk.
Oh,
You've not got too long. You've got a train to catch. You don't want to be late.
There you
But
go.
yeah, they're won over by your charming ways, and they take the master key and unlock the door. And the room is empty, and the window is open. And you can see the bed has been stripped clean of sheets, and it's been torn into this long, knotted rope of sheets, which you can just still see. Well, actually, no. You can see the ripped off end of this knotted line of sheets, knowing Franco's general success with climb rolls. But as you peer out the window, there is no sign of a dead Franco sprawled on the streets below, so
It's already something.
wherever he is not here.
Well, we have to catch our train.
Yeah, I think we'll probably head downstairs to where Maddie is.
Yeah, head downstairs. Franco is gone.
Perhaps he got antsy.
Room, was there? Before we left, there wasn't anything left in his room, I don't think.
No, did you leave him with the statue?
No, I think the statue wasn't. Even if you left me with the statue would not be here right now.
If you had
I was
the
gonna say,
statue,
if he
we'd
had the
take it
statue,
over.
the statue is. I think he still had the statue last we saw.
No,
The statue has
I
gone
don't
with
think they would leave me the statue.
No, I wouldn't.
Fairly certain about that. I
Yeah,
would have
just-
tried, but I probably wouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah, just Franco is gone. He doesn't appear to have taken any of his clothes or belongings with him. His suitcase is still there. In fact, even his shoes are still there.
I don't think we'll be able to find him.
All right.
We can leave his ticket for him at the station, and perhaps they'll exchange it for a later one, and he'll meet us there.
Yeah,
He knows where we're supposed to be going. But we mustn't delay. And I'm going to drop my voice down really low so only the two of them can hear me. We need to get away from Paris as quickly as possible.
Yeah, let's go then.
Yeah. We need to go.
Okay, so leaving Franco behind, you hurry, you pack your bags, you head to the station where the shining carriages of the Orient Express are drawn up, ready to carry you away to new lands and hopefully meet some new friends along the way. You settle into your compartment, your cabin, I suppose, and the train pulls away from the station, leaving Paris and all those who wish to do you harm or arrest you behind. And I presume with you, in your case, you have the arm, right?
Yes, it's in the pile of, I think we've all got our suitcases and trunks together.
Yeah, so you've got this arm in its suitcase as you head off towards Constantinople.